A beautiful morning to you and welcome to another beautiful moment talking right here on Sport P&B Sport. My name is Rudon Musaga RMG and I'll be your hosted guide this beautiful Tuesday morning. I'll be starting up with the events that are scheduled to take place this night, talking about the UEFA Champions League games as we will see the return of the remainder of the last 16 of the UEFA Champions League games. Our fixtures are scheduled to hold later tonight. Borussia Dortmund are back at it again, and also the big names will be slugging it out later tonight. We'll be looking at that also, and also we'll be looking at the Nigerian Professional Football League. We'll also glance through what is trending in the Flying Eagles camp and what to expect in the transfer scene, as Crystal Palace have now announced their new boss and also more on the transfer scene. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. All right, yes, welcome back. Don't forget, this is P&B Sport. You can reach us on all media platforms, all social media platforms. All right, let's quickly go straight into the first story we have this beautiful morning, which is the Tuesday's edition of P&B Sport. Flying Eagles head coach Ladan Boso has revealed that the team will leave Nigeria for Ghana on the 1st of March 2024 and for the All-African Games 2023, which is scheduled to take place in Accra, Ghana. Nigerian Flying Eagles will open the campaign at the competition against Uganda on the 8th of March 2024. There is no time for us for screening of players because we are supposed to leave for Ghana by 1st March 2024. We are less than 2 weeks to prepare. Boso told newsmen, also fielding questions from journalists out there in the camp in Abuja. He added that before now, I was contacted to submit 70-man list for this competition through technical department for onward submission to CAF. After the list has been scrutinized by those saddled with the responsibility, it was trimmed down to 47, which was sent to CAF. And this means that we are not here for open screening again. The final 18 players that will represent Nigeria at the competition are from the 47-man list. This is beautiful coming in from Ladan Boso there, who was actually making impact in the games, and he is saying that the players in the 30-man list that have resumed training will be trimmed down to create space for invitation for some of the remaining 17. This will help us select the best legs from the subtitled list, according to the coach there, Ladan Boso of the Nigerian Flying Eagles. Don't forget, he said that they're scheduled to take place to take an airlift on the 1st of this month, and they'll be slugging it out with Uganda on the 8th of March 2024. Yes, that is the All-African Games coming in Ghana, Accra by the 8th of March 2024. We will see Nigeria slugging out with Uganda. Now let's quickly clear off that space as the African Games Accra 2023 will take place from 8th to the 24th of March 2024 in the Ghanaian capital, Accra. And Burkina Faso and Nigeria claimed gold in the men's and women's event respectively at the last edition of the Continental Multi-Sport event held in 2019 in Rabat, Morocco. So that was how it went down for Nigeria. So can Nigeria get a gold medal this time around in the All-African Games in 2023 All-African Games scheduled for Accra, Ghana? What do you think? The first game is scheduled for Nigeria, Uganda versus Nigeria, 8th of March 2024. Should we see a mouth-watering encounter, or are we going to be having an ease ride towards the gold medals? Let's get to know more on your take when you reach us on the comment section of all our platforms as you reach us live in the program. Now let's get straight to the next one following the conclusion of the 34th edition of the Total Energy CAF AFCON 2013 in Ivory Coast, and the focus has been shifted to next edition with the preliminary draws of the Total Energy CAF African Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 scheduled for Tuesday 20th February 2024 in Cairo, Egypt. The draws will be conducted at 14 hours local time, and the preliminary round of the Total CAF of African Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 included the 8 lowest ranked teams according to the FIFA ranking: Somalia, Djibouti, Sao Tome, Chad, Mauritania, South Sudan, Liberia, and Eswatini. The match will be played on home and away basis during the FIFA windows of 18 to 26th of March 2024, and the 4 preliminary round winners will join the 44 exempted teams for the group stage. That is how it's going to be slugging it out, and the Confederation of African Football and Federation of International Football Association FIFA has reached an agreement in principle for the AFCON 2025 to be held in the summer. According to former France football reporter Hanif Ben Barkane, there is a possibility of the tournament to be held between mid-July and mid-August 2025. The time of the AFCON has always been an issue, mostly with European clubs who have to be without key African players, and the tournament is always staged between January and February and has led to criticisms by owners of the top European club owners and coaches association. And their argument is that the tournament is held in thick of the European season, and the last time the AFCON was held in the summer was the 2019 edition in Egypt. Following the agreement reached by CAF and FIFA, this surely be a welcome development for European clubs. Meanwhile, the qualifiers of the AFCON 2025 will begin in March 2024 with the preliminary rounds as Cote d'Ivoire won the 3rd AFCON title after a 2-1 win against Nigeria in the finals. So these are the games coming in and how it's going to be slugging it out in the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Now let's get straight to Jose Peseiro of the Portuguese coach. Jose Peseiro has confirmed that the future of the coach will be resolved very soon. The former Al Ahly of Egypt coach became the hottest coach in the continent after leading the Nigerian Super Eagles of Nigeria to his best finish in the African Cup of Nations in the last 10 years. Jose Peseiro agent responded after he spoke about the approach of the Algerian Football Federation. He says, and I quote, that we have not yet given a response to the FAF. Jose Peseiro is very tired. He must first rest and then we will decide his future. We will study Algeria's offer like all other offers we have received, the agent says. Now let's quickly use this agent's break, this relaxation of Jose Peseiro to take a quick break, and when we come back we'll continue from where we stop, and we'll be looking at the European scene as the UEFA Champions League resumes proper. So don't go nowhere and don't touch that dial. All right, yes, welcome back from that quick break. Now let's glance through what is going to be happening in the UEFA Champions League and also in the Europa League and in the Europa Conference League. And now quickly let's go straight to the English Premier League first before we go through the Europa League, where Crystal Palace have announced a new boss in the shows, and this time around it is former ancient Frankfurt coach who has been appointed as the boss of Crystal Palace. The 49-year-old Australian replaced Roy Hodgson, who stepped down on Monday. So Palace could bring forward their plans to appoint a new manager at the end of the season. Palace are 15th in the English Premier League after 10 defeats in the past 17 games so far. Glasnost has signed a contract until June 2026 and will be in charge of Saturday's home game against Burnley. He was pictured watching Tottenham Sports defeat by Wolves on Saturday, with Spurs hosting Palace on the 2nd of March. Meanwhile, Roy Hodgson coaches Ray Lewington and Paddy McCarty were in charge of Palace for Monday's 1-1 draw at Everton, with Glasner, who is yet to appoint his backroom staff, a watcher from the Goodison Park stand. And this is the former defender who spent 19 years as a player at Austria side SV Red before starting his managerial career at the club. He moved to Lax after one season, spending 4 years in charge before a move to German club Wolfsburg. And in 2022, Glasner joined Frankfurt, winning the Europa League during the fourth season in charge when they beat Scottish side Rangers on penalties in the finals. After guiding Frankfurt to knockout stages of the UEFA Champions League last season, the Australian left the club at the end of the season with 12 months left on his contract following a 10-match winless run in the German Bundesliga. So do you see a 10-match winless run for the English side Crystal Palace in the next 10 games for them, after he will be in the back of the stands for them in the Saturday's game against arch rivals Burnley. What do you think about this signing? And for Roy Hodgson, we also have a story to give to you about Roy Hodgson, as he is back on track according to reports coming in from England. His health conditions are stable now, and he is back home relaxing out of a footballing career right now. I guess he must have resigned from going into a footballing career in full gear this time around. He needs to rest. The man who is in his 70s now should be enjoying life outside of football. All right, we'll leave that short. We'll go straight to the city of Manchester, where Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola has apologized to Kevin Phillips for saying that the midfielder was overweight on his return from Qatar, the World Cup. The Guardiola made the comments in December 2022 explaining why Phillips had been left out of his squad for the Carabao Cup fourth round tie against Liverpool. And Phillips said the comments were a big knock to my confidence when asked about the earlier this month. And Pep Guardiola promptly and blankly came out to say, "I am sorry, Philip. I am sorry." I apologize to him, according to him, talking about Pep Guardiola there. And Philip has enjoyed a difficult start in his loan spell at West Ham. The former Leeds midfielder gifted Bournemouth a goal with the first touch of the club in a 1-1 draw at the London side on 1st of February, which was resembling of conceding another 3-0 defeat at Manchester United 3 days later. And on Saturday, Nottingham Forest was sent off for two bookable offences within 3 minutes of each other, as the Hammers were beaten 2-0. So that was the fate of Phillips in his new home at the West London side here. But this time around, let's travel straight to Italy, leaving English Premier League. We'll go straight to the Italian Serie A, where Napoli, I beg your pardon, have sacked manager Walter Mazzarri after just 3 months in charge and replaced him with Slovakian boss Francesca Calzona. Mazzarri succeeded Rudi Garcia in November and departed with the Italian champions 9th in Italian Serie A. A report in Italy says Calzona has signed a contract until the end of the season and will remain in charge of Slovakia owner Aurelio De Laurentiis, thanked Mazzarri for having helping the team in the tricky period. And Napoli hosts Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League last 16 first leg tie on Wednesday evening, where they'll be slugging it out in the encounter among the last 16 teams that are left to make their own impact. Kazuna has appointed Slovakian boss in August 2022 and helped the nation to qualify for this summer's European Championship in Germany. Meanwhile, the 55-year-old previously has spells as Napoli assistant under Maurizio Sarri and Luciano Spalletti. Now he is back to take charge of the team. Can he do it? With the bungs of players who are actually stubborn and have arrogancy with them, can he make impact in changing the life set of the Napoli side? All right, let's go back to the transfer scene this time around. We'll go straight to what is trending in the gossip. As former Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been in the nail this morning. He's been considered as a short-term option for Bayern Munich if they opt to sack under pressure Thomas Tuchel. The German champions are also considering a move for Bayern Leverkusen boss Xabi Alonso, who has been linked with SC Liverpool. And Steve Bruce is interested in becoming the next South Korean boss after Jurgen Klinsmann was sacked last week. But he also featured on short list for clubs in Saudi Arabian Pro League. And Manchester United are interested in Bayern Munich and France forward Matthew Stell, who is just 18 years older, in his agent admitting that they must consider all the options this summer. Meanwhile, the Red Devils still maintain their shots of AC Milan and Netherlands midfielder Tijani Rajinders, who is 25 years old, as their top target also. And also we have Chelsea who are tracking Bologna and Netherlands striker Joshua Zirkzee, who is 22 years old but face competition from host clubs such as Arsenal, Man United and Barcelona. German midfielder Joshua Kimmich is set to leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season because his relationship with the manager Thomas Tuchel has broken down. And Aston Villa unlikely to turn Nicolas Zaniolo's loan from Galatasaray into a permanent deal as this summer, with 24-year-old Italian midfielder keen to move back to the Italian Serie A. Meanwhile, Unai Emery's side are considering a move for Red Bull Salzburg and Israel 19-year-old Oscar Glock, while Brentford director of football Phil Giles, former Monaco sporting director Paul Michel, and ex-Roma general manager Thiago Pinto are potential candidates to replace Dan Ashworth at Newcastle. The money-spending signing club are ready to make a replacement for Dan Ashworth even after giving him a 2-year break, which Manchester United will definitely have to wait for his return. And Arsenal are considering a move for Aston Villa's 28-year-old English striker Oli Watkins, while Gareth Southgate is monitoring 3 uncapped midfielders in Manchester United, such as Kobe Mino, the 18-year-old Everton James Garner of 29-year-old, and Harrison Reed of Fulham, as he plans his England squad at the next month's friendly against Brazil and Belgium. Let's quickly go straight to the West London side again, and this time around West Ham are concerned that technical director Tim Steedens is unhappy at the club and may have to leave at the end of the season. Manchester United assistant Eric Ramsey is said to be appointed as manager of MLS side Manchester United. Meanwhile, West Ham, Crystal Palace and Southampton are considering a move for Sunderland's 23-year-old forward Jack Clark, who is valued around £20 million. Now quickly, let's go straight to result of matches that went down in the Monday Night Football. Everton and Crystal Palace went on a 1-1 draw, and the game which went halftime 0-0 came back in the second half with a 1-1 goal apiece. And in the Spanish La Liga, Atletico Bilbao seated comfortably at home to win 3-2 against Girona in that Spanish La Liga game. Now let's go straight to Tuesday Night Football, UEFA Champions League. Inter de Milan will slug it out at Atletico Madrid 8 p.m. today. PSV will take on Borussia Dortmund later tonight. And in the Wednesday Night Football in the English Premier League, we get to see Liverpool taking on Luton 7:30 p.m. while Napoli will take on Barcelona 8 p.m. SC Porto will slug it out with Arsenal same time 8 p.m. In the Europa Conference, we have just one game, which is 5 p.m. Gents taking on Maccabi Haifa in the game. And on Thursday Night Football, Torino will host Lazio 7:45 p.m. So those are the games that will come your way this week, full of packages of football, mouth-watering moment for you to enjoy. Go out there and enjoy the moment. And this is the size of the package. You join us same time tomorrow for another exciting moment. My name has been Rudon Musago RMG, and I'm saying bye for now.